Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Moon Day, everybody. We are in the dead of the new moon in Capricorn, the energy. And there is a density to this energy, if you guys can feel it. There's just like a heaviness. And one of the things that I work on really practicing is just feeling the energy without putting a like just feel the energy. Just like, oh shit, this feels really heavy. Like, oh, what does it feel like? I feel like I'm in the bottom of a well and there's barely any air and I'm cold and there's nobody else here but me. I just feel the energy and I name it. And I do my best not to assign a story to it, like such and such makes me so mad because they do such and such and such. It's literally just an experience. Happy Monday, Kwase. Hey, Sakia. Um, and so the energy is dense right now. And if you can just feel it, if you can just let it move through like a cloud that passes through the sky, and you just might look at that cloud, you might not even have a thought about it, or you might have a thought about it, but and then you look back and it's gone. If you can do that, the energy will pass. And if you can't do it, notice that too. Just notice where you are. Notice, she said, because my brain will write a volume. Yes. Yeah. So notice where you are and then ask yourself, do you need anything? Because what we're experiencing right now is a new moon in Capricorn where Venus is retrograde and Mercury started its retrograde shadow. So we're being asked to really become aware of our emotional, like where we're putting our emotions and our feelings and what we're doing with our thoughts, because that's where we're giving our power away. The thing that's really significant to understand is that wherever the sun is, whatever time of year, wherever the sun is, whatever you're doing, whatever your inner world is, you are bringing light to that. And so it's very important to be mindful and cognizant of the fact that you are a creator and that your thoughts. So if you are, in a, oh, they shouldn't have did this, or I don't know how, or you're creating that. You're actually making that become more of what it is that you don't want. So there is a real opportunity. And this is why I always say do the rituals. Um, follow the moon because it helps you begin to see your patterns so that you can begin to undo them. You cannot just snap your finger out of them. Before I did this work, I didn't really understand. But, they say, like, for instance, if somebody wins the lottery, most people win the lottery, they'll spend all their money because they don't have the foundation to actually sustain that level of financial abundance. So, what I'm saying is that you have to do the work to create the foundation that gives you the emotional fortitude, the mental clarity. You have to do practices that help you get there. Otherwise, even if you were given the freedom from whatever it is you think is pissing you off, you would recreate the same shit over again because this is a practice. It is a lifestyle. It is a way of being. And those words don't even do it service. Those words are marketing terms that I just came into my mind, lifestyle and all that kind of bullshit. This is this is your breath, okay? This is your consciousness. It's far beyond lifestyle. It's far beyond. It's your energetic frequency, your field. And you have to build it one breath at a time, one thought at a time. And it will feel overwhelming. It will feel like, I'll never be able to do this. I'll never. But that's not true because the grace of the universe, when there is sincerity in your desire, when there is sincerity in your pursuit of God and freedom and love, the universe comes and swoops you up and it's like, all right, they ready. So let's get them, right? So even though it seems daunting and Capricorn is structures and it's hard and it's suffering, there is always a payoff if you are willing to give into it, is all I'm trying to say. At least that's been my experience. I have the sun conjunct Jupiter, so I always land on my feet, even when I'm doing really fucking hard things. But I really believe that's true for all of us if we have sincerity, if we have a willingness to like be, fall on your face and trust God and test God. God in you. Test God in you. Right? And so what I'm trying to tell you is that when you do a practice and you create the structures and the foundations for your spiritual evolution, when you weave the web that will allow you to evolve, when you are doing the things in the invisible, that's because the web is invisible. You can't really see it, right? But it's intricate. That web has so many threads and twists and turns. You've got to weave the web for your own evolution. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody can. I'm here teaching about it and talking about it, but I can't do it for you. And the beautiful thing that I have is the astrology, so I can align it to the energies, which most teachers don't have that. They literally are just, talking about themes and stuff, but I'm talking about the themes in alignment with the cosmology and the energy. So I've done so much of the work for you, which I love to do. I'm happy to do this, right? This is my absolute joy. And if you can find what is your joy, you can begin to weave the web of your evolution with grace and ease. But if the hard part is getting out of the old way of thinking. The hard part is letting go of the old feelings and the old way of being. And when you're like, I don't even know what else is coming. Shit, fuck, I'm gonna have to do right. That's the hard part. The like breaking down the old structures to build the new structure is the hard part. But you will be supported, is what I'm trying to say. You will not have to do this. Like, literally, there is a force of ancestors and angels and spirit guides and unseen beings and forces that are really conspiring for you to wake up, because it's a monumental thing to have, to evolve. And it's not just about you, it's about the earth, it's about the planets, it's about all the cosmology. And you are that significant. You are that significant that the whole fucking universe is waiting on your ass to decide to wake up. Oh my goodness. But it's scary. It's scary. Grand Rising, Renika. It's scary. It feels threatening. It feels overwhelming. It feels daunting. It feels all of those things. And, as I've been doing my work and studying and all of that, it really is like turning a ship around. And because we've been conditioned and groomed by all of these religions that are by men, Islam and Christianity and all these motherfucking made up religions. Oh my God. They're made up religions. They literally are empty because they don't that include the feminine. They literally are powerless because they do not include the feminine. We can throw them away. Can you imagine a world without motherfucking Islam or Christianity or Judaism, for all that matters? Like, literally trash those motherfucking religions. They totally disarm and dishonor the feminine, and so because of it, you don't have any real power in it. All those religions do is help those belief systems control the external reality, because without the feminine, you have no access to your internal world. You have no access to it. And so all of that's why the world, we have these incredible religions, right? But the world is in fucking chaos. Why? Because we've not done the internal work. We've not created the structures around the internal process. So none of this is working because men do not have the codes. They don't have access to the codes that allow them entrance into the internal reality unless they come from family structures like the men in India, the gurus, like those men have access to it, but even yet they're still men and they still are biased to the masculine perspective and way of being. That's it. It's just how it is. It's just the truth of it, right? And so um so it's important for us to really anchor into our own foundations and challenge ourselves to create our own connection to source and not be looking to external forces to guide us through it because it's not fucking possible, really. It's actually impossible for somebody to tell you how to access God. All I can do is create the environment for the energy for you to be, to be inspired, to be curious, to be right. And what I'm saying is go inside of yourself. Go inside of yourself. Follow the energetic patterns of the cosmos with the new and full moons and the energies of the moon, but go inside of yourself because you're not going to find it externally. It doesn't exist. Um, and so it said, if you haven't seen the first episode of The Wheel of Time, I think you like it. I have not seen it, but I will go look at it. Tell me where I can find it. So I want to say today is the moon day, and the moon is the memory. It holds the memory, it's the water, it's the mother, it's how we nurture ourselves. The moon is the mother, is the creator of the physical reality, right? It's the creator of the physical reality, but the masculine has dominance over the physical reality. So that is what we're talking about when I'm talking about these religions. The feminine creates the physical reality, but the masculine dominates it. And they've dominated by giving us these religions and these practices and these faiths that actually close off our entrance to the feminine, so we don't have power in and of ourselves. We have to look to them for power. And this Capricorn moon is about taking your power back, coming into your personal authority, and literally being in your personal authority and and becoming self-governing, becoming sovereign. And that's a consciousness thing. It is not, it has nothing to do with any external stuff. It's literally inside of yourself. You have to discover and determine how you have been participating and stop participating in that way. You have to literally decide that that is not what I'm going to be or do or think. That is not how I'm going to function anymore. I'm not going to wait for somebody to, I'm not going to think that it's about somebody else. I'm not going to believe that the somebody else out there. I'm not, you have to change your thinking, transform your mind. And when you do, your whole reality will change just by honoring the feminine internal structures, Capricorn. And here's the thing, right? Capricorn governs time. And the question is, are you allowing time to eat your creations by not fulfilling them? Are you using time as a negative energy that doesn't allow you? Are you giving your time and energy to jobs and authority and people and the pursuit of things that don't really, are not in an integrity with you? And you've got to do the work to heal those belief systems. You can't just snap yourself out of it. You have to actually identify it and go, oh, I'm doing this. And oh, I believe this. Like I remember when I was like, one day I was doing some meditation and I was like, oh, I actually really believe that women come from a man's rib. Like it just dawned on me that I had been given that story as a very young child and I bought it. And I actually believed. And so I was like, oh, so then I got to see that because I believed that thing deep inside of me, I was in a constant submission to men. Even if I wasn't thinking it, subconsciously, I would be submitting to them because I believed as a child, what children believe is real. When children believe stuff, that's why we do so much programming of children, because they're so innocent and pure and their beliefs are real. And this culture wants to capture their power right away so that they never have it for themselves, right? So I believe that a woman came from a man's rib. So I would submit. So I never was looking for my own power because I believed that my power was in the external in a man's rib. You get what I'm saying? So you got to go figure out what the fuck you believe, okay? Because those belief systems are in there from childhood stuff. Do you believe a white man on Christmas is going to bring your gifts? Did your parents tell you that and you believe it, right? My father never allowed me to believe in Santa Claus. Literally, my father was so hilarious. My father was literally, he looked like George Jefferson from the Jeffersons, just like him. And he was about 5'5". And he was crazy and violent and all that sort of stuff, but he was also very charismatic. And he used to be like, I ain't gonna let you believe in no white man bringing you all this stuff when I've been working hard for this money and these gifts. And all, as he was a pimp and a hustler, like he was working so hard. But nonetheless, the point, I still get it. The contradictions were just, but nonetheless, I get his point. And right, so it's like that's what we're giving our authority. That's what we're giving our power. So you want to really get clear about how you are, what you believe. What do you believe? Because those beliefs are running you. They are creating your reality. You cannot hide from them. And they're showing up in your life and they are running interference in your creations and in your desires because you believe stuff that isn't true and it has to be addressed. Says the thought process is like a shape that has many interlockings, inward folding. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, opening. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. What's up, family? Hey there. Okay. Oh, somebody, yes, Miss Black Orders. So anyway, you all. Okay, so use this. We're still in the new moon energy for Capricorn. You guys, you can't join the 13 moons yet. You can't join 13 moons again until the 23rd or 4th of this month when we get ready for starting the next cycle. But just be present to your feelings. Um, and if you want to, you can join the Venus retrograde class because that is available and that will help you because Venus is retrograde in Capricorn. So if you want to really do the rituals to get this energy back around your beliefs and where you're giving your power back, the Venus retrograde course is available. Or you can do a new moon, full moon reading or natal chart reading. And I will definitely work through some of the things that are going on for you in your reality. All right, everyone here on YouTube, thank you for being here. Anthony and Renika, I love y'all so very much. Thank you all for those. We had a really beautiful event last night with Jeanette, myself, and Aaron over at Rituals, Remedies, and Alchemy. And it was amazing. I want y'all to know that we are opening up the new portals here in Los Angeles to the new kingdom, right? We're bringing the kingdom of heaven to the earth realm. That's what we're here to do. We're here to bring the kingdom of heaven to the earth realm. And how do we do that? By understanding that we have dominion over this reality, that there's nothing out to get us, there's nothing to be afraid of, except that we give our power away. And when we absolutely know who we are and we've cultivated the energy of the divine within us, when we've cultivated it, we can walk through this reality and everything has to bow down because your energy frequency resonates so high that nothing can touch you. Nothing can come nigh your dwelling place. All right. So I don't know if y'all know Zanetta Tribble, but she makes these waist beads. And let me tell y'all, every time I see her, she comes to my events, and every time I see her, she wins because I leave with so many waist beads. So I've been collecting these, and I'm going to tag her here. And I just want y'all to know that these waist beads are life. Like I have one that represents the moon, one that represents Saturn, one that represents carnelian, like a carnelian and rooted, and they just are, they really help ground me. And she's here local, and I just love her so much. And these beads are everything. I just want y'all to know that these beads are everything. So check her out when you get a chance. And I'm going to tag her so that you guys can reach out to her. Okay. Peace and blessings, everybody. I love y'all. Bye.